Hi everyone, my name is Tom. I'm today with Radek, our
Hello.
senior mobile developer in Leaware. And we have today a few questions regarding mobile development and comparison between Xamarin or native development with React Native, which is very, very popular in those days now.
Yeah.
Especially in Scandinavia, where we have few projects. Radek, you are a very experienced developer in native development, in Xamarin development, MVVM cross and everything around, and also you are involved in React Native projects. So if you would have to compare Xamarin native development with React Native, what is the biggest differences? What can you tell us?
Well, the main difference is language.
Okay.
We have C# language on the one Xamarin side.
On Xamarin, yeah.
Yeah, and in React Native we deal with JavaScript and CSS or derivatives of that.
Okay, so this is the main difference. Anything else?
Yeah, the structure of the project is different. We have the core part on Xamarin project, in Xamarin projects, and data access part, and then we have also platform parts, Android and iOS parts, which use data access and core.
So this, let's say, the common
they share
code,
this
which
common
is shared
code,
between platforms. In case of React Native,
we also share the code, but there is such option to share 100% of code. If we go really standard with no some fancy, maybe it's
fancy
not the good
features.
word. The app created in React Native can be fancy, but I think should be standard.
Okay, so in case of React Native, we shouldn't think about user interface like pixel by pixel, but more to be focused on using the standard controls components, because in React it is a bit harder to do more fancy stuff than in Xamarin or native, where you have full control.
Maybe not fancy, but custom.
Custom. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
It may be fancy in React Native.
Okay. So now the next question. If, for example, we have a customer who came to us to Leaware with project, and we need to develop. We are going to develop mobile application, but client didn't decide yet if it should be done in React Native, in Xamarin, or in native technologies. Yeah. In your opinion, when we should consider React Native, when we should consider other technologies?
Well, when the project deals with usual cases like forms, like some social contents, sharing social contents and so on, then React Native for sure will be enough or will be a good choice. Of course, Xamarin also would be great. We could do it probably using that, but I don't know if it wouldn't be too heavy tool to do some simple application.
Okay, so if we talk about simple applications with more standard user interface, then we can use React Native. React Native is a very good choice. If we are going to deal with something more sophisticated, or we are not sure what will happen in next 6 months and how sophisticated user interface will be, then it's better to use Xamarin or develop in totally native way. Yeah, and okay, so this is the. I think that this is very
when you are going to
approach.
when you are going to implement some cases where you use another apps and connect it to your app and use some libraries which deal with some equipment outside of application.
Okay.
And so on.
So some system,
or maybe connecting with another systems which are controlling our application.
Which are controlling the application. Then it's better to use Xamarin.
Yes.
Because you have better control over everything. Okay.
I think if there would be experienced React Native developer, he or she could solve such a problem.
Because in React Native you can also write custom components which can be directly connected to the operating system, but then you need some skills in developing in native technologies. Kotlin, Java, or in case of iOS, Objective-C or Swift.
Yes.
Okay.
So I will not tell that it's impossible, but it's harder.
It's harder. Great. Okay. So the next question, you were involved in many projects in Xamarin in native development. Now you are more and more in React. So if there is a developer with experience in, let's say, native development who would like to start developing in React Native, what challenges are in front of? What could you advise to such people? What they should, let's say, focus on, consider, or what kind of problems they might see?
My general advice, especially for developers who start dealing with all that, is not to fix just in one language, just in one technology, because the situation changes and
new technologies appear on the market, and you can't develop in.
You can do something what you do since some time, and you can now do it much faster, more precisely. In new technology, you shouldn't stay in your box and keep your, for example, your C# to your late 80s.
Or C or even assembler. Okay, great. So Radek.
So that was general advice.
Advice.
To this, what you asked exactly.
React Native.
I think that these React Native languages are not very difficult to learn, because their syntax is the one we know from very basic web development, which
is JavaScript, CSS.
Which we may learn in secondary school. Maybe not.
You're not so young, so we remember how it started before even mobile development.
But these languages, people seen some parts of code in that, I think. not only programmers, but people dealing with computers, from time to time see the source of
course.
something.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the JavaScript. That's CSS.
Exactly.
What they see, and and it's worth of that. It's this what you will get from React Native is worth of this
learning.
work of this learning.
Learning. Yeah, and also we see it. Yeah, that more and more clients are looking for some lightweight, let's say, ways to develop their applications, especially when we talk about minimum viable products, the simple apps, which should be developed very fast, and then React Native is good choice to work with.
Yeah, I think I should mention why is it faster? Why?
Yes. So the next question: why development in React Native is maybe faster than in Xamarin Native or native technologies?
Yeah. I think the main difference in developing apps in these two environments is that when you apply some changes in code in Xamarin, if you would like to see that what you got in your app, you have to rebuild it.
Okay.
And it takes some time.
Okay.
Of course, a faster computer will do it
faster.
in shorter time. But it's always about 2 minutes, a minute and a half. When you're waiting and looking at the progress bar. And in React Native, when you do some changes, maybe not adding libraries, because then you would have to rebuild.
Okay.
But when you make some changes in JavaScript or this CSS, which is, or you will add the screen, you don't have to
rebuild.
Everything.
Okay. Yeah, so this is on a daily basis when you do it many times during the day.
Yes, sometimes
it might be.
Imagine that you have to change on your UI from 5 pixels to 10 pixels and check if the UI
if it's as it
looks like you would like to. Then on Xamarin you would have to rebuild it. And in React Native you just shake your phone and press reload. Or you can simply enable automatic refresh on save changes, and then in your app
it works.
Yeah, maybe you will have to navigate to that place again, but still
you don't need to recompile everything, and it doesn't take so long time.
So that's the place which can save a lot of time.
Okay, Radek. So thank you very much for your answers. I think that they are very helpful for many people. And it's everything for today. So guys, thank you very much.
Have fun.
Have fun with React Native development. And if you have any additional questions, anything around mobile development, just ask us and we will answer with pleasure.
Yep.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.